When trees are flung through the air, boulders are carried around, weights fly through the sky, and rain falls in buckets. It's summer in Scotland.
Well, it's the perfect weather for a Scottish tradition. I'm in Airth at the Highland Games and I'll be facing off against some of the toughest men in the country. And of course, that requires a certain dress code.
A traditional Scottish kilt is worn by all performers and competitors. Every summer, around 80 communities across Scotland host Highland Games. The village of Airth lies to the west of Edinburgh and has been holding games since 1871. There's running, cycling, and plenty of heavy lifting. It's a tradition deeply entrenched in Scottish culture. Charlie Murray is the president of the Scottish Highland Games Association.
Hi Charlie and Max, nice to meet you. Yep. I'd like to know a little bit more about the history of the Highland Games. Where did it all begin?
The history would be more than 1,000 years old, and I believe it would be from the clans. The clan chief would try and pick out his best and strongest men, fastest runners, strongest obviously in the throwing events.
Aside from selecting warriors, clan chiefs also sought out dancers and musicians. Nowadays, it's all about the honour. Especially in the so-called heavy events, where strong men compete in 6 disciplines. For instance, weight for height, where the aim is to throw a 25-kilo weight over a bar. The Scottish hammer throw uses a cannonball attached to a wooden shaft, and in the caber toss, a trimmed tree is flipped over on its axis, ideally landing in a straight line. Not an easy task. I'm keen to have a go, but first, one of the judges, Walter Weir, will give me a crash course in the hammer throw.
So what is the technique then?
So first of all, pull it across and swing it around your head.
Like that, yeah?
Yes.
And then over and
And then
over.
full. Okay?
I don't want to injure anyone.
No, just take it nice and easy. Swing it. That's good. There you go.
So how was that for a first go?
That was very good.
Wonderful.
You didn't fall and lose your balance.
The caber toss is quite a bit trickier. This one is the lightest, weighing 25 kilos and is used only for practice. Getting up into position and keeping balance is hard enough. Then it's time to flip it after a short run-up. My first attempt leaves quite a lot to be desired.
Well, that is the one I haven't quite got the hang of yet.
It's not a walk in the park. My rivals are professional athletes and weightlifters. One of the most experienced competitors is Neil Elliott.
How did you get into doing the Highland Games? Competing?
Well, I was 17 years of age and it was my first ever Highland Games. It was the Scottish Under-18 National Championships and I won every event. The Highland Games is where it all comes from, and that's my bread and butter. And it's fantastic, and I've been doing it now for 31 years.
Neil has got quite a head start on me. I'll have to make do with my crash course.
So how do you train for the games like this?
A local sports field lets me go down and basically throw weights about as much as I like.
And have you got cabers and...
I've got an old telegraph pole.
Such a shame I lost my telegraph pole. Perhaps some words of wisdom will do the trick.
I'm about to attempt the hammer throw. Have you got any tips?
I just swing it as fast as you can, keep your arms long. Yeah, just keep your arms long and don't do this.
Yeah.
Keep them long and swing.
Just swing and let go. Sounds easy enough. Without proper boots, the wet grass doesn't give me much grip. My throw fails to impress. The day's best measured in at 129 feet. Good thing no one bet on me winning.
So what's the measurement?
50 feet.
All right, cheers.
Before the next event, I'm offered a whiskey. It might help.
Slangevar.
The Smiddy stain is a heavy boulder that is picked up and carried as far as possible. In my case, not very far. I won't try that again. No need to measure it.
That is heavier than it looks.
My final test is the caber toss. It has to be flipped once over and land straight, like a clock hand going from 6 to 12. My rivals offer me a sticky tree sap concoction which locks the hands into position and provides extra grip.
So my fingers are all sticky now, ready for the caber toss. The injury risk is a little bit too high, so I can only go on a practice caber because I am not World Championship quality.
All eyes are on me now, and it's my last chance to make a good impression. A perfect toss! I can't believe it. Bang on 12 o'clock, albeit with the smallest caber available. Still, who can say they've flipped a tree? At the ensuing award ceremony, the judges grant me a mock prize for my efforts.
It wasn't enough for a proper prize, and I've really learned that you need to be a real athlete to compete at the Highland Games, but I had fun anyway, and I'll definitely have another go in the future.
And perhaps I'll make a habit of working out in a kilt.